Ladies and gentlemen, good day, good afternoon, or good evening. Once again, welcome to AfTv Networks. For those watching for the first time, I am B. Moses, always on the microphone. So, my brothers and sisters, the interview will get with the worship, the mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Aki-Soyerr. I want make una listen to this interview. Million description or introduction is over. Fatmata Kamara get the ball from now. Wanna listen to the conversation.
Okay, Fambo, good morning, AfTv. Good morning, guys. And we get the opportunity today for getting mayor after a very long time. And as soon as I can see, the Kamara day, as you know, with the Mami of Freetown today. Good morning, Madam Mayor.
Good morning, Famata. Good morning, viewers. I'm glad for the way with tonight today.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Madam Mayor, so many things don't happen. But firstly, you will start for giving a background as to who done at the mayor of Freetown and more just take up from there.
Okay, well, I believe most people gonna know me now because I don't be mayor for 5 years in my first term. And now these Freetonians then vote for me. So I continue to say thank you for the confidence. And this Adika now to the end of this another year. Udan the mayor, Mina person we get Salona hats. We born at Freetown, we grown at Freetown. We believe say the challenges we Freetown face now, we boku. Now challenges that we've overcome together because the lives of Freetonians are really important. And I make we development plan named Transform Freetown, Transforming Lives.
All right. So make me start with you first time. Like we don't see the political arena in the country, where women they come up for position. So many things surrounding, especially when a woman. But how will it like for you for make you get the first chance for coming office?
I think say we don't demonstrate the facts. Say when you get women in leadership, you get a different lens. You get a different way how you view things. Under me leadership, in the first administration, we tackle things that we don't be long-standing challenges in the city. Some of the things are not so visible. Some of the things are invisible. So, for example, that wastewater treatment plant, na King Tom. Imagine, say, all these years, when posting the common do the toilet and they come with that vacuum truck, they just want to go empty and ground for all these years, But as a woman, when you look into and day, that hygiene, that health concern, it go beyond just a mental concern. It go to an actual resolution. So now we build the first ever wastewater treatment plant, where today also don't go beyond just treating the liquid waste. We also now make the briquettes, where by the start of next year, we're going to scale them up. It don't delay small, but it will scale up. So we go able to forget that change. Let people left for use coal and wood for cook. And when I talk about coal and wood, it's very important because as we get an intervention. It's funny. Just 2 days ago, I see somebody post, that mayor, if you're busy the plant take. The importance of planting take. You did know inside this current environment where we depend extreme weather events, where rain they come, take no day. Where should they get? Mudslide, landslide, because it take no day for all the ground. So it's very important and it touch the lives of Freetonians. Where rain they come, where water they rise along the coast, you not get mangrove. What's in happen? Flooding. Where rain no day, take no day. That water, usai you well been there. Believe you made it dry. Go look Babadori. Usai where will it grow? That be very, very, very big reservoir of water. So in planting trees, one of the things that we also do is plant trees. We don't plant 1.2 million trees. And that tree we plant, not jobs. Because we talk about transforming lives. We talk about the lives of Freetonians. This is a city where 70% of the population, they're under the age of 35. And according to the statistics, 70% of the youth and they not get work. So all we do, including sweeping the streets. If you go on the street today, you see Zimo dirty. If you sweep today, you turn your back, people then still eat dirty. It is like cannot do nothing. But our other Freetonians and know say we get almost 1,000 young people them where they sweep the streets every day and where they be paid. And from that money they, whether not street sweeping or whether not tree planting or whether you day in the waste sector, whether you day get skills training from we, all of their impact and they transform the lives of the people that were involved. And that's thousands of people. Practical things them as well. We don't only see where rain become flooding in certain communities. Let me take Water Street, na the east. Then gutter the way we built with concern. Now major intervention where they save life and property. Can't Krube, we did corner winaya. Just in the last couple of weeks, we don't open a school with 10 classroom, staff room, toilets for picking away deprived. And also the first classroom, if you look in with first administration, with collaboration of Make It Happen, we do classrooms in Henry Ferguson School, Bodrick School. That school when they call E.B. Williams, when they call Pambody School. When at Pambody, we construct solid construction. We're now at 3-story school. So these are the practical things. Congo Water Market, we build the first ever wastewater, first ever nursery for the Makituman and Pikinem. Go there now, you go see. We're picking when we forget any opportunity for the land. And make her not forget for mention, say, we the first market almost done now. The market of instead done. Now just external works we do now. And something where you know go see with your eye. Bele Umanem Nidai Boku. Through a conversation and interaction with an organization named Mama Pikin Foundation, they explained to me, say, may we not get Usai, then the trained gynecologist and the doctor there for women that were pregnant, for give birth to women, for support that process. They say if we do that, it will make a difference. By God in grace and through the connections we had built over the years, within 4 months, we're able to raise $3.5 million. Wait today, that school they don't run, that postgraduate school, where they under the Ministry of Health, and they don't get their first set of graduates. We get forget the celebration this December with them. So, transform Freetown, transforming lives. I just want to give you some few examples of the practical things them. What would you do?
And make we take a look at the flood mitigation way. Now another project again where you be champion together with your partners, including the Axe Laugh and all. And we be see at that time the way where they see where soldier man and they go out there and do the work. You know, AfTv, you know, not mind we don't say now it's my business, but this more just do because with people out there want for know waiting Madam Mayor they tell we. So during intending they will be see how like the flooding business be the good mitigation meter like. But of recent, whilst we be there in the rains, we not be see that much and but we see places also building then they collapse, etc. etc.
So this is one of the very, very I tell you, Freetown Epoko challenges, and one of the biggest challenges we Freetown gets now we governance structure. The fact say many of the functions where like you know viewers and where they abroad, so then go don't use for less so many things and they win at the responsibility of their local council, whether then they're America, maybe at the county level, at the city level. If you're England, you go saying that you borrow a council. But at the local government level, under the mayor. Now we the Freetown, now we in Salon, because I know unique to Freetown, we get a very different setup, whereby according to the law, for let you plan the city, it forbid the council. For let us one bill us, now the council forget the permits. But in reality, they don't ever devolve that function give the councils. So now the Ministry of Lands, if you want bill us, the Ministry of Lands will go. Imagine saying that a national body, we get for now begin give permits for us, na Pujen, Koenadugu, Freetown. It go possible. An audit we then do of that function, we audit Sierra do in 2019, shows say 85% of the sample we then take, nobody not go for building permits. So because of that, and because even if you do them and you don't get a manpower for follow up, like we will go in at the ground so na Makeni, na Bo, the local council, within the ground, we go able for no say, no go build ya. People that go can't tell we say that person not begin building. So because of that fragmentation of responsibilities, we get a major challenge. So where the talk so yes indeed, We did see people in the building water side. We did see people in the building gutter. People in the block camp. Where you go meet them and they show you paper. So they get paper from Ministry of Lands. Or they not show you nothing. They not get paper. But since not so you get the power, for Guy, not so they in charge, you know they get a power for do anything. So that's now one major concern where they affect the flooding. And we did in a climate crisis. The temperature in the world, they rise. And with that rise in temperature, when they talk about climate change, it comes with extreme weather patterns. So if you watch the news, when in America, and I don't see massive flooding. Now, I think it was in Ohio recently. You see wildfires in New York. You know, last week I was with the mayor of Phoenix, Arizona. He tell me, say this year, them get record-breaking temperatures. Then go for 100 days straight. In fact, it was 113 days where the temperature been there over 38 degrees. It isn't a boiling point, 37 degrees. So you go 113 days over 38 degrees. So we're seeing this in the world, and Salone to no exception. So Yana Salone, we see rain from July 1st to July 31st. It rain every single day. Never that happen now the history of this country. So you get for no say, then flood mitigation activities. This is a time where you really need not just to clear gutters, but prevent construction in the wrong places. The participation of ASLAP been non-stop because time in day when there was a change in leadership and that new leader been say at the army say they're not once for the ASLAP participate, but I believe say in anything conversation for continue because the discipline and the experience of the Army Corps, the engineering corps, with them, they partner with it will actually make the flood mitigation stronger and more effective. We do it now, but with community. And of course, I was out of office for almost 1 year. And from February 2023, 2023 to October end, call it November 2023. So, you know, I was out of the office, what do you call that, 10 months. That's almost 1 year. You know, and in that time they, of course, some things that were being set up, you know, not being continued because you get ideological differences. You know, you get who that believes say the side who say me when you go to the correct side. You get who that believes say the side who say me when you go not be right for we. So if me or not they let me try change the handy. So when you come back, you get for begin put things then back in place.
So, Mayor, the permits where you make mention of now one key the other one day.
Big
how
issue.
now they work together with other council them across the country for see that we are able to lay this to rest. We are in the mayor. I mean the council will get the powers for the issue out. I mean permits to people.
So I think say all of we across the country don't be raised we voices, but once outside we can get some small hiccup is that as local councils nationwide with 22. We get an association we call LUCASO, Local Councils Association Sierra Leone. We don't be dormant to a certain extent in the run up to the elections, and then post the elections now we not get we own election. Yet for let we elect we new leadership because obviously some of the people have been in leadership before, not they in councils again. But that election they happen next week. And I believe, say, where we set ourselves up as a body, we will be a stronger voice across party lines for fight the cause of the local governments. And we were that the closest to the people for make the points them way could be most beneficial for the people. In the meantime, we don't raise our voice. And the World Bank study we don't conclude recently make very strong recommendation. Then do a review of the Town and Country Planning Act, and they make a very strong recommendation. Say these controls for to the council. So it left now for let government take up the recommendations. When I did we voice then go continue for come up. But I will assure you say without devolution, effective devolution, you will not get effective developments. It not happen.
Mayor, how it like for you for make you be the co-chair for the C40 cities?
Now a blessing and a heavy workload. Now blessing because it puts Freetown on the global stage. Anytime I go, when they introduce me, then they say the mayor of Freetown and the co-chair of C40 cities. So Freetown don't become known around the world, and that they open resources for we. So for example, through this role, I just come out real. Nami actually give the communique of all of the U20 cities, when 82 been present, to the president of Brazil and to the president of Chile. So that exposure, really able when although some of the things that me as mayor not to see 40, but for example, when I win this award, which was I was given the award before I be C40 mayor, mayor co-chair, but now whilst I in office 9, the ceremony happened. That award, the German Africa Award, when I mean the German Africa Personality of the Year for 2024. That gave me opportunity for sit down with the Minister of Economic Cooperation for Germany. Not the ambassador in Sierra Leone, but the minister in Berlin. And where you sit down with us, you're able to tell and say, we plans them for the cable car. We want to follow and support them. And they're able to take them up and the instruction. So today, right now, then department review, we document them with a view by God in grace for support we. But C40 cities also need support in as much as we get staff. I get a co-chair's office, Naya. And that means say we get 5 people then when a C40 hire them for supports me, but they don't go to down here and just support me. They must support Freetown. So we get that benefit of technical expertise as well. So it's really been a good platform. And of course, the most important thing I could say is the voice of the Global South, the voice of African cities. They come together and they represent not just Africa, but Latin America and Asia as well. So all of them, countries them, and cities them, where in the past, the chair has been from London, from Paris, from Los Angeles. They're not know waiting talent for be a mayor where you city get slums, where you city get high unemployment, where you city get challenges for access resources. So now when you get a C40 co-chair, we get that experience there. It means that even C40, they change their own message because their message now to be more inclusive and it cover the issues we affect we now the developing countries them.
Mayor, we also see at some point where you be take up another venture we get for do it housing upgrades, and the water and facility and all of them in there. How we don't sound like because people some parts in Africa, especially the Kisiro, the main entrances. I mean, people they say they OCR so they fine, but they don't hold, they renovate. So we see that commitment where you become up with, and we see how that momentum be turn like. So far, waiting at the current stance.
It's difficult, but we continue for push them because inside Transform Freetown, Transforming Lives, the second term agenda, we make heritage tourism a priority. And in fact, the time we want to sit on, I just go out. The letter will go for going me pay for let and scan. Now a letter to businesses in the city from a magazine where they can promote Freetown. So we're going to be the cover page for Africa Travel and Tourism. So with that now, we really try to promote Freetown as a destination. We get a group of tourists and they come from Monrovia because we own angle with the take in the region. Okay. We want to focus on, we get, Conakry gets 6 million people. Imagine if people begin to take Freetown as their destination. You know what I mean? Monrovia, now around the corner, there's an 8-hour drive. Conakry na only 3 hours by boat. So we promote that and what me know is that when people then begin say we come na Ubodos, we want can show them to people them, person they pay small thing for enter and watch, you go upgrade. That upgrade not for like you can pull and make a more than no. But we also don't work with, and we still work with, you can do an exhibition of the old Bodos them. We work with that. We get conversations that we ongoing with people them from Nova Scotia. It's so interesting that with Slave Connection. I get a phone call with the lady where her family not been join the boat for camp. Where like some the crew that way they then been join the boat. So that family connection day, then they under people then they are. The Hamilton family that one such we don't trace them. But this lady not in tracing people they eat. So those things that all they promote. So were you able to keep that old life? We get a lot for do. And we go do them by God in grace.
One of your passion again earlier we made mention of this climate change, and we don't see the role where the mayor and other players don't they do. But again, one side they went interest we more where you make mention of technology to that. So how we going for night that one need to the reviewers them?
Okay, well, I mean, I think the issue that the challenge is climate change is real. They want to talk say no na scam. Let it explain to we this kind of weather we really experience. Snow for them now, South Africa last month. You know, people then they get, like I say, in Phoenix, India, whole, and this here, let me not joke, because when you get whole farming communities, when are they come out? I was in Liberia, I think some 5 weeks ago. I go a meeting with Madame Salif, Her Excellency Madame Salif, and on my way back, I meet na Pujan, where they cross the border. I meet outside flood, also then they underwater, and with the experiences more and more and more. So the Southside technology they come in now for early warning systems. You know, we work with organizations for let we able for no say that study weather get for tan, able for send SMS, let people that are able prepare, take us necessary action. I'm not just, and that need technology as well, because you get before you can just send an SMS text message, but you like where I go in Philippines, you know, you're able for DOAM so the people able to respond, you're able to gather data. Then they also important for Lewy app for protect people them. When it comes to understanding weather patterns or even the temperature, the use of monitors from the heat. The technology is something, one example where we don't test. Now this cool roofs, we test on our crew bay. And the people that they do reports now for see them for able to get funding for let we extend them. But the briquettes, even that simple technology for make the waiting to come in our toilets, you able for use them for do clean cooking when you know go cut the tick. Because we don't want let people and cut the tick, but people need for cook. And we're not able to afford gas. And we don't want gas set because gas set gets your own challenge. We don't want for bringing import that one day. But if we're able for use the briquettes as clean cooking alternative, for use coconut husk, all that thing, yeah, even the technology for recycling, you know, forget bricks them from plastic, forget roof tiles from plastic. These are all things will be done now, where we set the cap in as a council for support the businesses the way they need to do them.
So make me look at, the future of Freetown. What's in the future holds for Freetonians?
We set a target where we call Transform Freetown Transforming Lives. And the target now for create 120,000 decent jobs for women and youth. Usa you get, you living, you able for feed your family, take care of you picking them, transform your life, your city self to be reflected. Because the kind of pressure would you see in our streets, of course, Freetown not an island. If you go lonely in a net, you could wonder if not what's you day. I tell my husband yesterday, say, he didn't make a member New Delhi, India. The way how much man them all the upline, then don't come rural urban migration. Why didn't they come? Because they don't see opportunities outside of Freetown. They don't see services outside of Freetown. They don't see hope of getting their hand to mouth. Because even the climate change, they affect the agriculture. And lack of investment, they make people then left the rural areas. But the pressure on Freetown is huge. Because when you get a number of people, housing, sanitation, access to education, employment, don't turn trader. I stood on the with Traders Council last week. I tell them, say, then self no, me self no. 2018 will be mayor. The Traders Council knew the traders. Today, the traders are not a body. The traders are just individuals from everywhere and anywhere. So it's difficult. So for me, the future of Freetown lies in Freetown. We own plans, but also require development outside of Freetown. Freetown cannot absorb the whole population of Salon. We're 82 square kilometers. We're in a mountain surrounded by sea. So you can only go in the water and up the hills. And as a city, we welcome residents. Because to me, once you're there, you're not residents. I don't get distinction. But I want to let people then quality of life be improved. We're densely populated now. And if this continue, it's really a challenge for we. So we did look for let there be development elsewhere. And they just evenly support that. In February, we did host a heat summit. We would invite all the district councils. And we did try, through we own connection, for raise some small revenue, some small fund, where other councils go able for access, for do tree planting in their communities. It's not going to be all councils, but there's going to be a process. And it go mean say, that's job creation. Because always really do, all we interventions, we focus now for create jobs, improve livelihoods, give people hope for the future.
So we're not going to wrap up this interview without we not ask you these questions. What's in the working relationship between the mayor, our worship, Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr, and the central government?
Well, I want to always remind people and say, when the election happened and APC rightly contest the validity of the election and boycott the governance, we come to a point where we sign an agreement on the 18th of October. And when you don't sign an agreement, say, okay, now so don't be. We're going to do a review of the electoral processes. We're at the tripartite committee. And we're going to go back to governance. So we will go back to governance. We will review and make sure the things that went wrong, reforms are put in place for make sure they don't happen again. That governance, that agreement also say, we go put the people of Sierra Leone first and make sure there's a working relationship within governance, whether in a parliament, within our local councils, so that having gone through an election way was challenged by everybody, where international observers then raised serious concerns over, but having signed an agreement for say, we're going to make sure it never happens again, but we're also going to make sure the people of Freetown, the people of Sierra Leone are prioritized. They're prioritized. What does that mean? It means say, let me walk in a manner where go give results. So my own posture and demeanor that for put the Freetonians first.
We're executive producer and a woman like you.
Okay.
So instead for ask these questions, because they just concluded election. Now US who say we get Kamara Harris were in contest alongside the president-elect Donald Trump. So itself say in one for no, if we get for see a picture we are in with a see a mayor Yvonne Aki-Sawyerr for contest the presidential election. And again, how that one day how you don't try like for motivate other women them, because all sectors women them sometimes can feel left alone, some can stay behind, and how some of them move here so where you don't try for bring women them at the forefront.
So let me start with the girls. So a couple of years ago I set up an organization called Yaz Girls Foundation, Yaz Girls Leadership Foundation, where Ian focus now for motivate girls simply by speaking to them, encouraging them. And we did look now in this next phase of Yaz Girls for able to do mentorship, because mentorship obviously takes a lot of time if you want to do it right. And if you, interestingly, you can do mentorship on different levels, because many women see me and girls see me as a mentor, even though I don't have that regular physical contact with them. So investing in girls really important. Even when it comes to climate, we get an organization called Women for Climate, will be founded by Anne Hidalgo, the mayor of Paris, and we have joined that mayor of Women for Climate. So that's something we're really able to do and bring women their own ideas into the forefront. In everything we would do as council, in all of this job creation, we always be very conscious for let we ensure that we give opportunity for women for participate. We're very deliberate. We get a project where we call Caring Cities, where they in Susan's Bay, and we about now for start hopefully the assessment for start the construction. We build a care block, a facility usai umanem in the community go get aside for go chill, not just chill, but also develop their potential. Boku Uman were called unpaid care workers because Boku Man dena os, they look after Pekin, they look after elderly person, get for sacrifice your own education opportunity in order for let the home stabilize, in order for let the Pekin and get opportunity. But nobody pay for that work day. But I work. Because if me and you go eat now, then that restaurant done, that woman will cook, then he pay her. But you already cooking at us, then he pay you. He pay you. So the unpaid care work. So we actually make provision for give woman usai, you will not be able to do you beke, can't sit. You will not be able to do you was, can't do lesson. Sometimes you just want some skills, computer skills. So that structure we hopefully be able to start construction early in the new year in Susan's Bay. And if you work well, we look for replicates on the other side that is not the city. So you see different angles at which we empower women them. We give opportunity to women them. We do digital literacy with market women them. Even this one where I do the nursery in the Congo water market. Now for give women there, them picking them opportunity. But let the woman themselves, because the woman the way they're picking them in the land, women themselves they do digital literacy, and then phones there. So all of these things, small by small, but perhaps the biggest and most visible way I go say I encourage women, not just by being a woman in office, because for many women, just knowing that their city to be run and led by a woman like them, that encouragement.
So the last question, if we get foresee the upcoming election, Madam Mayor now for going for presidential race.
Really, I think it's so interesting to see the dynamics across the continent, and we see so many changes in attitudes and perceptions. But in everything we do, you see, like me, so this office where I hold, I believe, this office na aim na the message to women, and this is the message we had to give at this time.
As a woman, I'm a mother, a sister, auntie. Finally, waiting will left with viewers them na AfTv and Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad.
Well, 6 years of being mayor in Freetown. When I've been in contest, people like meet me, Yvonne, you really want to do this? You know what you do? Hey, counsel deep. If I frustrate you. I think waiting I don't learn in 6 years is that the tide na salon sadly has been very contrary to development on many levels. Not so just at government level, civil servant level, in schools, in communities. But the Sierra Leonean, the Freetonian, actually, when you look their hearts, they want a better life. And in spite of the challenges of vested interests, because it's always the few we get a vested interest, we're able to block progress, which I don't learn. With determination, collaboration, and good leadership, we'll be able to overcome and make a difference for the many.
Well, that's how we end the interview. One for say plenty thank you to our worship the mayor. We give you the opportunity for we get this interview today, and we hope say you will defend them for bring more in the interviews.
No problem.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and for this opportunity. And to the viewers, we're executive producer winner Ember and B Moses, and to the team. One for say plenty thank you. Me own name now Fatmata Kamara, and behind this camera now MCC. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, me brothers and sisters, when I don't watch the interview, when I don't see and hear, within our worship talk in response to the questions that we Fatmata Kamara asked. I don't watch a lot of interviews on TV. I don't conduct a lot of interviews. But the first place where I recommend we mayor that the part where you give me the okay for make we sit down we get this interview. The opening line of this interview we Fatmata they say Udana the mayor of Freetown. The way you laugh, you respond to Fatmata, you extend them to the viewers then. You know, we respect leadership. But when leadership respect the people, the everyday people, nothing no the way he uplifting past that. So from the beginning of your response, we are first get the raw materials. I said this now interesting topic they come so. And you did that for Sarah, you did that for Freetown. And we will use this as a template for let other people in power. Let them open doors them for we. No we see they'll get civil dialogue, civilized one, way not to fight, not to nothing. Because we want for no waiting una the think, we want for no una journey una promote una day so that we pass the word. Like Fatmata say, as a mom, as a sister, auntie, you know, and as a woman, please, what do you have to say to all the sisters listening to you? Your answers were beautiful. God bless you for that, and we hope to have a lot of this kind of conversation with you and many more brothers and sisters in power. Thank you. Thank you for watching. We will be coming next. Who is next? Guess what? Keep guessing. We'll be back.